Hello students, welcome to your online social class. Subject Social, Grade 6, Unit History 2, the Post-Mayuran Empire. Hi dears, how are you? Hope you are fine and safe. Today we are going to start History 2nd Unit, the Post-Mayuran India. Are you ready dears? Introduction. The breakup of Mayuran Empire results in the invasion of Sahas, Scythians, Parthians, Indo-Greeks or Bactrian Greeks and Husanas from the northwest. In the south, Satavahanas become independent after Ashoka's death. There were Sungas and Kanvash in the north before the emerge of Gupta dynasty. Kalinga, they declared that independence. It has been noted here that thou Magadha ceased to be the premier state of India. It continued to be a great center of Buddhist culture. Post-Mayuran Empire, north Sungas and Kanvas, south Satavahanas, northwest Indo-Greeks, Sahas, Parthian and Kuzanas. Are you clear dears? Yes. Next one is sources. First one, archaeological sources. Inscriptions. Ayodhya inscription of Danadeva. Rustam inscriptions. Moga. Girnar inscriptions. Inscription of Darius I. Next one is coins. Coins of Satavahanas. Coins of cut pieces 2 and Roman coins. Again I'm repeating. Coins of Satavahanas, coins of cut pieces 2 and Roman coins. Next one is literary sources. First one is Puranas, Gargi Samhita, Harsha Charitra of Banabhata, Mahabhashya of Patanjali, etc. Next one is foreign notice. Huan Tizang, the Chinese Buddhist monk and traveler. That foreign notice Noma. Huan Tizang, the Chinese Buddhist monk and traveler's foreign notice. Is it clear for you dears? Are you clear about sources dears? The next one we are going to see about the Sungas and Kanvas in the north. First one is the Sungas. The last Mayuran emperor Brihadartha was assassinated. Assassinated means murder for political or religious reasons. So, the Brihadartha was assassinated by his own general Pushyamitra Sunga, who established his Sunga dynasty in Magadha. Pushyamitra made Padaliputra as his capital. Pushyamitra made Padaliputra as his capital. Pushyamitra's kingdom extended westward to include Ujjain and Vidisha. He successfully repulsed the invasion of Bactria king Mahendra, but Mahendra managed to keep Kabul and Sindh. Pushyamitra diverted an attack from the Kalinga king Kharavela. He also conquered means win, Vidarbha. He was the follower of Vedic religion. He performed 2 Aswamedha Yagas, that means horse sacrifices, to assert his imperial authority. During the Sunga period, stone was replaced by wood. Stone was replaced by wood in the railings and the gateways of Buddhist subdas as seen in the Sanji. Pushyamitra was succeeded by his son Agnimitra. The Agnimitra is said to be the hero of Kalidasa's Malavikani Mitra. The drama also refers to the victory of Vasumitra, Agnimitra's son, over the Greeks on the bank of the Sindhu river. The weak success of successors of Sungas constantly forced threats from the Indo-Bactrians and Indo-Parthians. The Sungas dynasty lasted for about 100 years. The last Sunga king was Devabudhi. He was killed by his own minister Vasudeva Kanva. Vasudeva established the rule of Ganva dynasty in Magadha. Next one is importance of Sunga period. The Sungas played an important role in defeating the Gangetic Valley from the enchantment of the Bactrian Greeks. Pushyamitra and then his successors revived Vedic religion practices and promoted Vaishnavism. Sanskrit gradually gained ascendancy and became the court language. Patanjali, the second grammarian in Sanskrit, was practiced by Pushyamitra. The great Subda of Sanji and the railings which enclosed it belong to the Sunga period. Are you clear about the Sungas? The next one is Kanvas. The Kanvas dynasties produced 4 kings and their rule lasted only for 45 years. That rules only for 45 years. The history of Magadha after the fall of Kanvas is divided and significance until the emerge of the Gupta dynasty. 4 Kanva rulers were Vasudeva, Bhumimitra, Narayana and Susarman. The last Kanva ruler Susarman was assassinated by Simuha, who laid the foundation of the Sadavanahana dynasty. Sadavanahanas in the south. The Husanas in the north and Sadavanahanas in the south flourished for about 300 years and 450 years respectively. Simuha, the founder of Sadavanahana dynasty, is said to have ruled for 23 years. His successor was his brother Krishna. The latter and his nephew Satakarni ruled for 10 years each, establishing an empire holding control over a vast area. Vast, you know, no, very big area stretching from Rajasthan in the northwest to Andhra in the southeast and from Gujarat in the west to Kalinga in the east. Satakarni is said to have performed 2 horse sacrifices, Aswamedha, indicative of his imperial position. Gautamiputra Satakarni was the greatest ruler of the family. In the Nasik Prasasti, published by his mother Gautami Balashri, Gautamiputra Satakarni is described as the destroyer of Sahas, Greeks and Parthians. The extent of the empire is also mentioned in the record. The Bohar inscription suggests that South India played an important role in the process of early state formation in the Southeast Asia. Next one is contribution of Sadavanahanas. First one is literature. The Sadavanahana king Hala was himself a great scholar of Sanskrit. The Gandhara school of Sanskrit flourished in the Deccan in the 2nd century BC. Hala is famous as the author of Satasai 700 stanzas in the Prakrit. Next one is contribution of Sadavanahanas in the art and architecture. The Sadavanahana rulers were great builders. They began constructing Buddhist subdas in Amaravati. A bronze statue of the standing Buddha. A bronze statue of the standing Buddha discovered in OCEO, that means an archaeological site in Vietnam, resembles the Amaravati style. The later Sadavanahana's kings issued lead or bronze coins depicting ships with 2 masts. A stone seal discovered in Thailand has the same design. Gandhara, Madura, Amaravati, Bodh Gaya, Sanji and Bharatpur were known for splendid monuments and art. The Madura school of sculptures produced images and life-size statues of the Buddhist, Brahmanical and Jain deities. Okay dears, we come to end of our class. Today we saw about sources, Sungas and Kanvash in the north and Satavahanas in the south. So homework time. Homework for the us. Read book page number 100 to 102, 100 to 102 and complete Roman 8 question number 1, 2 and 3. Stay home, stay safe. Bye-bye.